Grand Rising, sisters. All praise due to the Most High, Hashem Yeshaya. Just touching down with y'all today, sharing again, talking about these curses. I'm in Arizona currently right now, visiting my daughter. Ride through Arizona, New Mexico, places of that nature. And I want to touch down and talk about the curses on a worldly understanding. You know, because a lot of our people, they are stuck in this world with the training and such we've been given education. It's a lot deeper than what we going into, you know what I'm saying? And this is a good example, you know what I'm saying? This is what we've been priding ourselves on. Stuff that we've been programmed to accept. You know, this ain't nothing to come at people making them feel like us people that's Israelites woke, because we all Israelites. This ain't nothing to make you feel like we're holier than thou or nothing like that. You must understand the Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 details the reason why we're in this position. Talking about the Hispanics, tribe of Issachar, Puerto Ricans, tribe of Ephraim, Native Americans, Indians, Negroes here in America, tribe of Judah, Native Indians being tribe of Gad, Levi, that's the Haitians, and Benjamin, the Jamaicans. I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm trying to present here. You know, I'm doing this in a world with a worldly touch. You know, so because people keep coming and inquiring about what it is that the Israelites is talking about, and you have to take your whole programming that you've been given of this world of religion. That Bible has nothing to do with religion at all. Has nothing to do with religion at all. It has to do with commandments that was given to the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the nation of Israel, but what we ignorantly classify as 12 nationalities of people. We're all Israel, his chosen. Now, like I say, people inquiring, like, what is it y'all talking about, man? Well, that's like, Muslims have this. Look, understand this now. This book was given to 12 tribes of Israel as a birthright. This is like an owner's manual. When you buy a new car, an exotic car, they were only given to them 12 tribes. When we fell as a nation of people, due to the curses of Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, which said we would lose our identity. We would go into these conditions. We would be killing our own in our neighborhoods. These are curses. Losing our identity, the primary understanding of the curses. Now, all 12 of these nationalities have identity crises. I mean, they got bywords for names that were given to them by one nation of people. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. If you go into, matter of fact, since we have a hard time and we were conditioned not to read, go on YouTube and look up this video, Deuteronomy 28 verse 6, the curses of Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. It's a depiction via video, reading out of the scriptures. Get your Bible, open it up, and look at that. See that your churches haven't been giving you this. All churches, especially if they under Sunday worship, all churches, any religion, when we fell as a people, they took this Bible and took it apart. Every nation outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, the nation of Israel, and created their religions. That's where you get religion from. Anything on a Sunday worship, 7-day Adventist people who don't practice on Sunday of any religion, this is not a religion. This is birthrights, laws, and commandments given to the 12 tribes of Israel. So, like I said, I'm going to come to some worldly understanding trying to tell you about these curses. Okay? You're wondering why your relationships, you're having a hard time with your relationship. You know, the Most High will not allow us as a nation of people. There's going to be people that escape certain struggles of this world and everything. But at the end of the day, they've chose their God. He sent us into this for a punishment, okay? So some people might not have to deal with these. They have not been serving the God, the Most High, anyway. So there's no favor coming to them. If you chose your God in this world, this is your kingdom. This is good as it gets. There's no kingdom for you after this. You have to go back, like reprogramming everything you've been taught, and understand that you're an Israelite, the original Jews, the original Hebrews, and start learning over again. This is a way that comes with this understanding and this punishment, is that we had to go through this. He wanted to see who would continue to follow the path of our forefathers who failed, who we inherited the punishment for their inequities of trying to be like the heathen, following the heathen. You know, they weren't given the law, so their judgment is going to be different than ours. We're losing more. We got more on the table than they have. Look into the scriptures of Esau, Jacob and Esau in Genesis. Get the understanding and understand who we are. Hold on a second. The reason why I'm going here is, if you read the curses of Deuteronomy 28, it touches on everything, every aspect of living. It tells you about how the women of Judah, he punished them to shame them of their beauty by having them being bald. That's a condition. Our women use perms and such. They're the only ones on the planet that originated the weave because of their hair conditions. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom, white folks, Edomites, they wear weave by fashion. These curses are what plagues a people as a nation, as a whole. So the other curse about us killing each other in our neighborhoods, some people ignorantly say, well, you kill where you lay at. I'm going to say it like this for anybody coming to say curses don't exist. View Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, and then look at the conditions that we of minorities, primarily Judah, Issachar, Ephraim, and Gad, Native Indians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, blacks, Negroes here, the conditions we done been subject to, and tell me again that you don't believe in the curses, but then it don't really matter because we're living testaments. We're walking testaments from all the death and situations we've been seeing in our environment. To take an idiot that's online with some rebuttal that hasn't had any hurdles in their life at all. I'd rather cleave to this understanding and the new knowledge coming out about who we are as a people, opposed to believing another fool to follow you through the fire. My people got to wake up. I'm going to do another video when I'm going back through here through Albuquerque, because I was noticing the casinos. I touched down on this, talking about the curses that's plaguing them as a people. Gad, see the casinos then, man, squalor for housing amongst the land, Esau sets us up, or set them up, let's say, the tribe of Gad. And anything we got of any kind of restitution or similitude of grandiose, seem like we made it in this world. It's all designed to entertain Esau Edom. The casinos, you go through them casinos. I just went there Sunday, was it? And we had a good time. We went out to eat, and I just noticed all in the high roller cages, you know what I'm saying, whatever they call them rooms, and Edomites all through there, spending their money in the casinos, designed for their playground, for their enjoyment. This is not uplifting your people, Gad. It's the car. Got these cartels out here distributing dope, so they're enjoying their kingdom now because they're not doing what the Most High God intended them for to do. But you're a puppet in this whole program, this evil entity they call America. Even though you in Mexico, you part of this whole system with this evil. Your people are not prospering from that. The CIA is over all the drug dealing. You see what I'm saying? We could never prosper. Us, the tribe of Judah, the Negroes, you know what I'm saying? We did our run and stuff in the 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000. Drug dealing is played out. If you ain't woke, then you still in this world and still trying to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? You're playing yourself because there's no way in this world with all the surveillance they got that they ain't got no kind of informants around you monitoring you for years. You will go down. This is their world. You're not going to have a way out of not submitting your soul. That goes for religion. That goes for entertainment, sports, anything. They got to have a grip on you. This is their world, And I did it before. I showed y'all an example. This is how real this is. Y'all got to pay attention. Esau Edom, from the sides of the cliffs, from where they dwell. That's Petra. That's where Esau Edom is from. This is how they design their homes, their buildings, their structures. Look into Obadiah out of the scriptures, and it tells you he's going to destroy them, and see the depiction of their homes. This is very real. Look at, that's your dollar bill. That's the pyramid. You never asked why they had the pyramid on the dollar bill? Because they knew we fell as a nation of people coming out of Egypt. The northern kingdom had already left. That's the lighter tribes, the Hispanics, so-called Puerto Ricans, Indians, Mexicans, etc. Whatever they want to classify as. The northern kingdom left already. There was only Judah left in the tribe, in the land, the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But when we've all left the land, Israel, as a nation, we fell coming out of Egypt. The eagle is the symbol of Edom, Esau. As long as they keep you chasing this is your God. You can't focus on the truth. But he's putting a spell on us to wake us up. As long as we ain't cleaving to this world, this is your test to see if you can come back to him and not follow the heathen and get destroyed like the heathen. Those following him, 90% of Israel is in the scriptures that he's going to destroy because we're cleaving to this world. You continue to follow the heathen, you fall with the heathen. The heathen will for eternity be destroyed. Yes, he's saving a remnant of them for servitude, but I would rather go into servitude than the lake of fire. We have a choice. You understand? They're going to be saved by their heart. There's very few Edomites by their heart that are going to be worthy for salvation because they are evil to the core. Most of them. I mean, just look online. Look at the comments following some of my videos. I mean, I'm enjoying the fact that somebody will put a comment on there negatively doubting the power of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? That's sealing your soul. Sign away. Leave as many comments, and have your kids blessed because he's taking whole families. You think what we went through as a people and it's wrote of, that he said he would do to us as a punishment, and what he said he's going to do to Edomites is full destruction. So why would I believe anything other than with the Most High God and play with that? You're an evil person to even entertain that. You don't have to believe in the book. The laws wasn't given to you no how. It don't matter. I'm talking to my people that's stuck in this world that can't fathom or believe because you don't see nothing tangible of godly blessing. I'm going to tell you like this. You need to come out of these churches. Sunday worship is not for us. Praying to God, even though you've been conditioned since slavery of worshiping on a Sunday and thinking Jesus is his name and all this. I mean, you can work on that in time to get the name and understand that he was a Hebrew. Jesus was not his name. We've been given voodoo, Santa Maria, all these other pagan understandings, Islam, everything away from the book, the God of the Hebrews. That is not a religion. That is a bloodline. And people not understanding because they've been conditioned in this world to just take on this ignorance. We have to come out of this understanding. I mean, there's scriptures for everything that I'm talking about. You're not going to get no blessings for calling his name Jesus and saying, he says in the scripture, some people are going to claim, haven't I cast out spirits in your name and demons, oh Lord? He's going to say, remove yourself from me, something to that effect, you workers of iniquity. Because you have people approach you and tell you that this isn't right what you're doing. It might feel right, it might feel like it's safe, but Satan just gave you a safe sandbox to play in. And you ain't understanding that sandbox is about to turn into lava. You are not heeding what's really written. These pastors are responsible for your soul, but just like he said in Jeremiah 23, let me get that. Matter of fact, I will do that much. Because these pastors, they have no shame. Pause that. Yes, perfect. Right on time. I'm going to put this up, let y'all read it, then I'm going to read it out loud. Just so you can see this is not no game. That these pastors been misleading you, gathering your souls for Satan. Sunday worship is your first sign that they're following the Roman Catholic Church is under their orders to steer you away from your God. We have holy days in the Bible that we're supposed to keep and celebrate. On earth, none of these holidays are to the Most High God or his Son, Christ, Savior. None. So why are you celebrating days to pagan gods? Because this isn't the Most High's world right now. He gave over dominion to Satan and Esau. And he's carrying all of us to hell as long as we keep following him. So let me let y'all read this, what he says to them pastors. Read that highlighted in yellow. I'll hold it still. Now, is that something to entertain and play with? This book crosses all T's and dots all I's for all understanding and misunderstanding and ignorance that you might carry from being in this world, this worldly understanding. Gad. I'm going to do a video, the ghettos of Gad, like I said, telling about the casinos and everything. Let me read this first. Chapter 23, Jeremiah. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord God of Israel. God of who? Jehovah Witness? Islam? Therefore thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord. This is what I'm trying to touch down with my people that's still in this world, that's cleaving to this world. and I'm trying to dumb this down the best way I can. This book has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with 12 tribes of people, which they ignorantly call nationalities. We're all over the nation of Israel. All 12 of them have had their identities given to them by Esau when we fell as a people. They took our book, they cherry-picked it in all the other nations. They created religions. They saw that these curses are real because they seen us in astonishment not knowing who we are as we were scattered. And it helped that they were traumatizing us with colonialization and slavery. All 12 tribes have been enslaved or colonialized and or. So it ain't no getting around the truth. I'm going to read off again the 12 tribes, nationality-wise. And you can look into this if you like and see that it's a fact that all 12 of these have been affected by colonialization and or slavery. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the Cubans. Asher, the Brazilians and the Venezuelans. Levi, the Haitians. Naphtali, the Hawaiians, Samoans. Issachar, so-called Mexicans. Zebulon, Panamanians and Colombians. Gad, the native Indians. Reuben, the Seminole. I always have a problem with this word. Seminole Indians. Simeon, the Dominicans. Benjamin, the Jamaicans. Judah, the Negroes, the blacks here and there. And you could just see the footprint left in American history. That you see the truth of what's been done to all those tribes. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they put on their history spin, that the malarkey they add in, the fact is when you cross-reference what they went through as a people, and then you read those curses, identifies all of them. Nationalities are described in numbers. If you go into the book of Numbers, it tells you all those tribes I just wrote, told you what will befall them at the end of times. The ways they will be living, where they will be located. All this is in Numbers, in the scriptures. They can't get away from the truth that's out. Esau, like I said, this ain't to say hate whitey. As a nation, what is due you for your ignorance, your ignoring of what you have been doing to God's people. What's going down there at the border and everything. He said he was going to send us into captivity under a foolish nation and a lesser God. Nation means nationality. Lesser God is your religion. On that dollar bill it says, "In God we trust." One nation under God, in God we trust. Which God? It's not the God of the Hebrews. It's Satan. We've all been compromised. Look over what's going on. I'm driving trucks. I'm driving through Arizona, and the fields for produce out there. They got rows of buses looking like prison detail. These are all Issachar out there. You got all these ignorant white folks living on stolen land that was stolen by murder, rape, and robbery. And they got the nerve to be the seeds of those original Edomites who did all that destruction, to be here enjoying the benefits of the spoils and talking bad about Issachar and wanting to build a wall and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's a benefit if y'all Hispanics stay out of here, because it's destruction coming to Babylon. Look that up. You don't want to be here. I understand you fleeing the current conditions, but you need to come back to the Most High God, Ahaya, Bahashem Yeshaya, his son, and start to have this world moved out of your way. It's blessings coming with this. But back to what I'm saying about the Mexicans out here in these produce fields and everything. Them people are working for nothing, but they working. They hard workers. And they talking about ISIS and all this other stuff. You're not seeing them trying to deport them people out there working in the fields, giving them free labor. A lot of them people, just think about it, they ain't got no green cards. They could care less. This is how evil Edom is. and how stupid they are. They'll cut their own right hand off to keep snatching stuff with the left hand. Just stupid. And if you are Edomite and you got a good heart, you know it's for truthfulness, and you ain't debating. You ain't got no debate with that. That shows your heart. But if you are of your father with the evil and everything, you got some. You feeling offended by this. You are of your father, and I could care less. Really, I'm really getting fed up with my people that's cleaving to this world, and the Edomites with the hatred with no limit. I don't hate nobody, and I just want people to understand your salvation is at hand. This is very serious, and we in this world. You caught up in this world on this hamster wheel, and you're not understanding that there's going to be a price to pay at the end of the day for this, because you're choosing to be fear man and believe man more than what's written in this book. You trust in this society and what's going on around you, and the ability of a man and their lesser God over what the real God has shown you. Even though we ain't had no modern day miracles that we can relate to and saying that's God's power, that's how ignorant we are, that we excuse the fact that we see blacks, Indians, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans walking around, Colombians, Cubans. All these people went through these known atrocities in this world. You know what I'm saying? Known atrocities. We know people that went through this stuff and know who caused it. And then when we see the stuff that's written in the book, we excuse it. And then we want to roll out and go vote for a Democrat that's supposed to save you. These are two wings of the same bird. That eagle. Esau Edom. So with this, like I said, I just want to touch base because my people are cleaving, and it's sad because no matter what you give them of the truth that's written in the book, they still want to go back to an alternative book. They still want to go back. They still want to go back to this, a fairy tale book with lies. This is how they do us. They want to get us young. You know what I'm saying? Look at the depictions. You know, those are not Hebrews. You don't see no fringes on none of them garments. You know what I'm saying? Blonde hair. The first blonde hair, blue-eyed seeds were of Esau Edom. Everyone on the planet was melanated, even Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Esau was Jacob's twin. He was the only one born red and different. It's amazing just seeing all this go down, and my people still, I say this because I got family members that's heavy into these churches, and they really don't want to hear nothing I'm saying. I've been woke for almost 3 years now. They really not trying to hear nothing I gotta say because they think this is a competitive religion, and I'm more upset the fact that I'm finding out what I know now, that it has nothing to do with religion. So what have people been doing in these churches for decades that I know that's been in churches and call themselves religious and everything? How you didn't see this? They let you know you've been going to church following a fool for the longest, giving them full authorization to do what they do. I ask questions. I always ask questions. When I was in this world, when I was in the streets moving around doing things, I'm not doing nothing in this world. I'm not kicking in the door doing what I was doing in that world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kicking in unless I got the specifics. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what I'm going in here for. Because I've had some situations that I got sent off and wasn't in there with what I thought I was going in there to get. This is what this world do, though. This going back to these curses. So Judah, like I said, he shamed our women. All tribes, we kill each other in where we dwell, the ghettos. Nobody of Esau lineage can trace themselves or link themselves to any of those curses. We fled into Africa from Jerusalem in 70 AD, the southern tribe. The northern kingdom had already left. The Most High God's Son, Savior, told us go hide in Africa amongst the other dark nations, which was Hamites, Africans. We're different than Africa. The African knows that. That's why he sold us to the Edomites. You know, it's punishment coming to them. It's punishment coming to the Arabs. Everybody, they all had a hand in witnessing us fall as a people, being astonished that the curse is working, and they all been benefiting off our slave labor. You know what I'm saying? Our blood, our sweat, and our tears. You know what I'm saying? The tears when we crying from loss, the blood from being caught in the crosshairs of their evil, and sweat from our labor. The Mexicans give you that labor today. But your evil is going to catch up to this. Like I say, this ain't nothing to hate whitey or nothing. This specifically, when I speak on Esau's attributes and their evil, it's for those who earned it and still welcome it. Our people have to wake up, quit cleaving to the lies and the evils of this world, because they're never going to put you equal to them, and they're never going to allow the foot to come up off your neck. You're only going through this because you don't know who you are. Those are the curses. Try this. Try seeking the truth and understanding of finding out who the Israelites are. Ask your pastors, who are the Israelites? Who is Jacob and who is Esau? This is stuff they don't tell you in church because they're keeping you on a path. And the only thing you disconnected from your God, you're still in servitude below them, under the guise of the curses. If you don't want to be living in the curses no more, come out of this world and see for yourself. See how it works. It works overnight. They have to keep you lost. That's why you don't celebrate none of the holidays, the holy days in the Bible. We got Priya, which is in February. That's like Christmas. That's when we exchange gifts and give gifts to people. They gave you pagan Christmas, and it says in the Bible, do not take up the pine tree, fasten it in your home, and decorate it with silver and gold. That's in the Bible. So how are churches excusing it? Because you're following a lesser God. I need y'all to tap in, because you're going to tap out if you keep playing. The Most High is not playing. This was a punishment. This was strictly a punishment, but if you don't heed to what he's trying to bless you with, to wake up, and you keep ignoring it, to continue to follow the heathen, you're going to get just what they get. The bulk of it. Like I said, this goes for you too, Esau. Start seeking the truth, because there is salvation for a few of them because of your heart. He's going to destroy you. And the thing is, he said what he did to us, he's going to do twofold to you. So I really want to play with him. I mean, we were the seeds. We were affected by what our forefathers did. What do you think is going to happen to your kids? Do you love your kids? Are you that evil that you will still play ignorant all the way to the last cold burn? You're evil if that's what if you want to believe in. I choose not, man. I choose not. This is nothing to play with, you know. Everybody running around here, it's like the days of Noah all over again. Everybody running around and act like they don't know what's going on. Noah's building an ark. You're witnessing the ark right now. You're witnessing as people online talk about what they know. Better come out of these churches. Better come out of these churches. When Esau Edom, you better get right. You better get right. Because, man, what I've seen my people go through in the decades I've been alive, you don't want that twofold. And if you do, you know, go and get it, boy. Go on and get it with a bone in your mouth. Because, golly, I'm not playing with it. All praise to the Most High, Hayat, Bahashim Messiah. And I love knowing what I know now. And I saved my family. Meaning they got the seed, they getting water. So it's only them. It's only up to them if they decide to turn back to this world. That's on them. I can't, man. Like I'm saying though, I'm using this sharing here to talk to people in the world. This is a worldly understanding, and it's simple as it's gonna get. A lot of brothers, they ain't gonna. I have people tell me to basically leave the world alone, man. Just focus on your walk. You know what I'm saying? And I still continue to do that, but they say leave the world alone. You got people out there that won't listen. You only supposed to approach them this many times. This ain't just for them. This for everybody. I'm, if you see a person planting explosives in a building and you know they motive, and then you steady see people going in and out of the building just because it ain't went off yet. It might be a club in there, cleaners, a restaurant, but you know that people have planted something in there to destroy them. I'm not going to stop telling people not to go into the building. Even if I don't know where the explosives at, I just don't want these people to get hurt. I ain't worrying about their so-called nationality. Nothing. I want them to know that, hey, there's something that's going to hurt you. This is what I'm doing. I can't stop telling people the truth. This has nothing to do with no religion. The book has nothing to do with a religion at all. These are about prophecies, real life, history, current affairs, and future prophecies, which we're all witnessing. They got us going off in America. This is how evil Esau Edom is. Even though they under the curses now, he's moving the curses over them. That's why you got these school shootings and everything. Random. They trying to call them. Mental illness people and everything. It's nothing to do with mental illness. He's putting a spell on them. He's reversing the curses off of us. You're still subject to the curses as long as you're following the heat. But they're in the scope. But we're almost off my frame of mind. Hold on. These nationalities, these nations, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking out to them. Esau Edom is going to do what he's going to do. Like I said, they spinning us around trying to give us this Russian America. They got the little water show going on. You know what I'm saying? Boat and airplane show. That's a show for y'all. Russia is the part of the eagle. This is all wrong. These are all anybody with that blood to show forth through the skin is Esau Edom, so-called white man. That's it. Russia is not going to be at war with America. Babylon had to fall America, which they created just so they could bleed and taint everybody's souls. You're going to have to worry about Iran. That's what the prophecies talk about. Iran is the only one who hasn't submitted to they so-called control and bow down to the eagle. They're trying to taint us on this land, the Israelites who are lost in this world, following this world. They poison our food, contaminate us. They give you pork on everything. We're not supposed to look into the dietary law. We eat pork on everything. They're giving pork away. You know what I'm saying? You buy one pork sandwich, you probably get 4 free. They putting pork inside Benadryl. They know you can't enter the kingdom with that stuff in your system. I've come to find out that everybody knows that there's 12 gates in heaven. How many tribes is it again? They know that much, right? Mention to somebody. Did you know it was 12 gates mentioned in heaven? What are those for? Midgets? Strippers? What designates one of the gates? Who goes in what gate? Could it be the 12 tribes of Israel? You must be one of those tribes belong to. Okay. There's a lot of stuff you excusing in this world. Like I said, I'm going This is primarily to touch down with my people and try to get an understanding over to them, something they can cleave to as a lifesaver out of that water, because it's coming. It is coming. You see the destruction that's going on with them, these shootings and everything. The signs are there. This is all I can say. So with this, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching my movie. I was getting into straight out of Compton, you know. And this, when I say come out of this world, this don't mean board up your windows, stop associating with the world. It means stop buying the lies and the behavior and accepting the lies and the behavior, you know. It ain't saying that you ain't supposed to enjoy looking at a movie or something and everything. This is entertainment, you know. That's entertainment of the past that I used to identify with, seeing how our people were so corrupt. But it ain't nothing to glorify to want to live and be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Just to see it. This is history, witnessing what we were part of, you know. And Esau had his hand into it too, you know. They doing with Issachar over there in Mexico, planting drugs and weapons in our communities, you know. Chicago, yeah, them dudes ain't buying them guns, you know. Them was $2,000, $1,200 guns. Them cats is operating with in them streets, acting like heathens, you know. They're going 3 deep on a bag of weed, a $10 bag of weed. You see what I'm saying? You're not buying expensive hardware, and nobody's going to sell you a gun like that for $300 on the street, even with a body on it. You're not getting that kind of artillery. Those guns are being planted so you can do what you do and join the heathen. You know? This is all by design. All by design. They want to see you fail. Because they know what's due them. I'm talking about the elites. You average hillbilly, Joe Blow Edomites that's just racist because you are of your father and hatred is in your heart. Stupid. Confederate flags all over your social media profile. Just take a look at yourself. Stand back and just see that you fit those shoes so perfect. But know this. He's displayed what he's going to do to us. You're up next. Twofold. I would get my ass out of Dodge with that behavior. Quick. You better find you some black friends real quick, and you better hope they're Israelites and can help you get right. Because there's about to be some lightning bolts kicked around. And those kids of yours, yeah.